let's do another quick one, shall we? So I'm looking pretty tired because I am struggling today because I've had no sleep. I'm really irritated by everything that's happened in the last 12 hours. I'm really irritated. Those of you that have been watching along for the last few months know that it's not wise to piss me off. And while some people have apologised for making comment where they hadn't done any research, I'm going to obviously have to explain some shit to the newer people. So let's take it from the beginning, shall we? Because scrolling down to get new information is apparently too difficult. So let's do a recap of the current events. My name is Karen Robertson. My maiden name is Karen Schaefer. I am Kylie's older sister. We have different mothers, but the same father. My brother is Chop. Kylie's brother is Chop. We have two other brothers that aren't on here, so I won't talk about them. And then we have Tracy, who a lot of people in the valley already know. My stepmom is Sue, and that's Kylie's mum. Now that we know who's who in the zoo, on September 11th, 2004, Kylie woke up from a party that she was at and decided to go for a walk. Apparently. She decided to leave behind her valuables. She had her shoes on and she walked off into the bush, up a track, and was never seen again. After some time, the people that were at the party that were left over, because remember this is the next day, realised around about midday that she potentially wasn't coming back and raised the alarm to the owners of the property, and then eventually in turn to my parents. Keeping in mind, my parents lived on a property in Midnight Creek with no power and no phone. So in order for my parents to find out, they had to go physically to the property to tell them. More time, right? As a general rule, the first 48 hours is crucial to finding someone that is missing, and that wasn't able to be done because no one realised she was gone. I did not find out until the Monday. No one knows what happened, or at least that is the story. A search happened and it went for a few days and then was abandoned because no trace was found. There are multiple theories about who, what, where, when, and why. And I have heard them all. Every single one in explicit, excruciating detail. Hogtied, drowned, head caved in, bashed to death, overdosed, throat cut. You name it, I've heard it. Raped, thrown in a mine, thrown in a creek, fed to the pigs. Dismembered, mutilated. I don't know if you're into horror movies, but that's the sort of stuff that I've been listening to. That's the sort of shit that I have to picture happening to my sister that looks very much like me. So, when people that are watching this get on their high horse about what's the best way for me to find my sister, Please don't. Because if anybody knew the right way to find my sister, I wouldn't be necessary to do this, would I? There have been a multitude of people that have shown me the posts on the Kempsey crime page, and I'm very, very thankful for that. And those of you that continue to screenshot and send these things to me, I am very, very thankful for you. There are always going to be humans on the planet that pass opinions. There are always going to be people that have a better idea of what to do. Unfortunately, most of these people have no actual knowledge or value to add. They just have opinions to pass. And quite frankly, I'm a little bit jack of it. So, what's going to be happening is I have to go through all of these different scenarios all the time. I'm going to start sharing the scenarios with you, but I'm going to do it in such a way that you see it from Kylie's perspective. Now, I have warned over the last few days what I'm going to do, and that I am going to be putting up some very, very disturbing videos. I am. That is happening. I expect you to be confronted. I expect you to be horrified. I expect you to probably lose a little bit of sleep just like I do. And if you were there, and if you were involved, you'll know if I'm right or if I'm wrong. I'm just going to show you the scenarios that I've been shown and given. And if it hits a little bit too close to home and it's too confronting, don't watch, scroll on, get lost, don't care. I am sick and tired of having to put everybody else's feelings before my ability to go and find my sister's remains. That stops right now. Right now. I will not be told by individuals that have done nothing to contribute that you get more bees with honey. I will not be told anymore. Here is a fact. I was asked by authorities to stop. Also a fact. I was asked for all the information that I got that they couldn't. Here's another fact for you. I've got more traction in the last 8 months than they've got in 16 and a half years. The investigation is such that they didn't even know who I was, even though Kylie had visited my house unannounced 6 months before she left. So when that's the level of investigation that we're dealing with, maybe now, those of you that didn't know before, now you understand why I have to do what I have to do. If you didn't watch live this morning, like I said then, I'm pretty fucked off. I'm the one that's got to do this. I'm the one that's got to deal with this. And whilst I have people that do support me and everything like that, at the end of the day, it's all me. I've got the statements. I'm the one that's got to go through them all and try and sort out what's what, try and create a timeline. Do you know how much time that actually takes to do all that? Do you know how much time it takes to start and run a charity? Do you know how much time that it takes to organise for merchandise to be designed, produced, get names of businesses registered, do the BAS statements and all the books for the charity? Do you understand that everything, every cent that I get from you guys, it has to be accounted for? I work in finance. I can't afford to fuck it up because that's my career. So for those on the crime page that were saying their little, I want to know where the money goes, it's fully transparent. It has to be by law. So I'm not going to continue on because I do have to go back, because funnily enough, this is how I'm spending my lunch break. because I have to do all of this shit in my own time. I don't get paid for it. It's why I do the Patreon and get paid for that, because I lose money every second I'm doing this. Every second. This bullshit killed my father. It's ruined our whole family. It's destroyed us. It's destroyed us. And because I ask for help, I'm a piece of shit. But everyone's happy to say you can't do it on your own. Which is it? It can't be both. It can't be both. My mental health suffered from all of this shit, and I nearly lost my job over it. And to be brutally honest, I'm really fucking good at my job. I'm really good. I've been a mortgage broker for a very, very long time, almost 20 years, and I am very, very fucking good. I'm extremely good at marketing and sign deals with big football clubs that have 25,000 strong databases. Yet because I create a GoFundMe where the money doesn't go to me, it goes to raising funds so that someone will be incentivized by that money to give me the information that's going to be able to make me or enable me to bury my sister. That's questioned. That's questioned. Tell you what, if you want me to fund it out of my own pocket, start referring me for home loans and investment properties, and I'll fund it myself. I am sick of this bullshit, and I know that it's because people who think they're meaning well have an opinion, because opinions are like assholes. Everyone's got one, and no one ever wants to see it. But let me just explain one little thing. This is my sister. My fucking sister. When it's your sister and you have successfully brought home your sister's remains after she's been missing for 16 and a half years, then you can tell me how to find mine, because no one's done it so far. No one. Everyone knows how to do it, but no one's done it. So unless you've successfully found remains of someone that is probably dead, but no one knows that for sure, don't pass a fucking opinion. I've been approached by psychics, by newspaper reporters, television, radio, the list is endless. But let me tell you something right now. 4 different reporters were told by the police to cease and desist. 4. 3 different psychics have approached me and told me that they believe that they know what happened. And then I speak to them and they say, no, that's exactly what I think happened. And then I say, okay, great. Look, if you get something else, can you please tell me? And they're never heard from ever again. This is not just I'm going to jump on Facebook and get an update for me. I live this 24 fucking 7 365. This is not a joke. This is my whole fucking life. The only difference is I have full-time work, 3 different courses I'm studying for, and a family to look after. I'm just so done. And if this is because the people, the little cloud involved want to shut me up, bad fucking luck. Because all pissing me off does is make me louder. Now I'm going to go back to work and I'm going to process the half a dozen loans that I've got to do just today. and the dozen clients that I've got to sort out by the end of the week because of all the appointments I've got for next week. Because like I said, I'm very good at what I do. So, for those of you that support, thank you. For those of you that don't and are just watching because you're a fucking sticky beak, feel free to keep sharing and keep watching, because what you're doing is you're helping me. The algorithm loves your shit. So keep watching, keep commenting, keep passing it on to your friends, keep being sneaky and taking screenshots and sending it to people. Please keep doing it. But I will tell you this, I see everything. I have multiple accounts. If you do it, I can see it. And if I don't, someone else will send it to me. So, the new hashtag is Kylie's Army. And there is more merch coming. I will be going as far as I can go with this. Because let's face it, this is fodder for a horror movie, right? Maybe we'll get Netflix involved, eh? Let's see how big we can get it. Because, like, I'm really annoyed now. So why not? I've already gone global. We've got 14,000 people so far. And I'm, at the moment, a little bit viral. So let's see. Let's fucking see. I'm going back to work.